So here's the surprise that sold after Halloween, and it went for $55.95. It went for my full asking price. As historical author Anthony Brandt has said, other things may change us, but we start and end with family. I've been picking the Commonwealth for 20 years, searching high and low at yard, estate sales, antique malls, thrift stores, junk shops, garages, and sometimes even barns for treasures I can pass on to new homes through eBay. But now as I watch my little ones growing up before my eyes, I find that my real treasures are right here with me every day. So join us as we pick, flip, and resell on our 2 eBay stores and in our 2 antique booths. You know, people are out there killing each other over a video game that they're going to make $8 profit on, where this stuff is out there everywhere. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Picker. This is Kevin and we are in the eBay cave, and we had a pretty solid day today. We got over the $200 mark again, $253.67. And we've sold some of the usual things back here, and we've sold some different things. And I really like some of these sales because we got rid of some big items, and that's really good, because as yard sales start to wind down, we're going to kind of go through this death pile, and as I list things, I put them up. So everything that's put up on a wall, put up in the cabinet, put up in the dresser, put up on the shelves, means to me it's listed. And everything that I have in a container or on the floor is not listed, and that's kind of my own system to know what to pull, what to take pictures of, what to list. As soon as I take a picture of something and take a picture of all the specs as well, I put those things up and I know they're listed. And we need a little bit more space. There's not much space to continue to put things up, so we need to sell, but we need to sell some big things. And as you can see, we sold some big things, and we sold some Halloween things after Halloween, which is never expected but always appreciated. So, and we also have a viewer sale from a while back that I still haven't put on this video, and I want to mention that person and then put that on the end of this video as well. So, anyway, thanks for joining us. Let's take a look at what's sold. All right, I told you some of the typical things that's sold. About half of these lately have been going to viewers. This one did not, so it sold for the full price of $12.81 on this. So these are always a nice little profit. Nothing huge, but we make them, make some money, and we sell a bunch of them in the old fleet Eneman. So that one's gonna head on out of here, and I'm about out. This bucket, I don't know if you can see it, but if you can see this guy right here, right behind that sign, there's a little crate, and it is Diamond brand Hood River, Oregon. I think it is. Hold on a second. Hood River, Oregon apple sales. And so I lived in Oregon for a little while, so I picked that up for $3, and I thought about putting it in the booth and selling it, or selling some things out of it, but I decided that I was going to keep it because I like it, and we are using it back there, and that's where we put all these Eneman, and it's just about out, and I have another box, so I'm going to go ahead and put those in that little crate back there. All right, so here's a car seat base that we bought for $5 at a yard sale. And I don't think I've aired that yard sale. I'm not quite sure if I have or if I haven't. But if I haven't, it's coming up here pretty quick. And I paid $5 for it. It's brand new. And it sold for $26 plus shipping. And so, we'll make about $19 profit on it. Not an amazing profit. But for something that was already boxed up, ready to go, I'm just going to slap a label on it. I'm pretty happy with. All right, so here's the surprise that sold after Halloween, and it went for $55.95. It went for my full asking price, and it went without an offer, so I'm pretty happy with that. It went $55.95 plus shipping, so $81.18 total. It's pretty cool. It's 7'5". Now, I pay my oldest boy to go outside and set these up and take pictures, and that always helps to sell them. And we sold every single one that I bought at a yard sale in the summertime. Sold every single one now. This was the very last one holding on. I have a couple more Halloween inflatables up there, but they were retail arbitrage that still haven't sold yet. By the way, I paid $10. Actually, I paid $9. I know that seems like an odd figure, but we bundled everything together. In the end, for all those that I bought, it was $9. Now, I went back to the very same yard sale that I went to in the summer, And this time he had a bunch of Christmas inflatables, and we got great deals on those, and I'll show you those and we'll inflate those, and then hopefully you'll see those sell over the next couple of weeks. Alright, so here's the little Sony Discman, and these used to be a little easier to sell than they are now, but it sold nothing else with it. It is tested, it is working. Sold for $16.15, and it's really light, so it'll go first class, so it's a free shipper. And I'm not sure where this one is going. I got a long note. I think this is a drop shipper, which I think is interesting on an item that's used and that's kind of old school like this, but whatever. That's fine. It's been hanging around for quite a while, so I put this one on discount, 10% off. It was one of those items that had been in the store for over 180 days, so it did get a 10% discount on it. Sold a couple of mouse trap parts for $5.99, which I already have packaged up. I hear Turner. Turner's room. Oh, can you hear Turner? His room is right above us, and sometimes he goes in there and he plays. I don't know what he's playing, but I hear him up there. Anyway, these were a bad buy. I paid 50 cents a piece, and it's not really that bad a buy for these. I bought a bunch of these, and they took a long time to sell. I still have 2 more left, and this sold as a lot for $6.67. So, you know, the profit on this is like $1.50. So it's definitely something I would not have bought again. I am glad they're gone, and I was getting like $7.99 for them for the better ones, and this is the end of the road. But definitely would not have picked these up if I would have known it would have taken this long, and I made as little as I did. So bad buy. Alright, now this one's headed off to Canada, and I think it's an interesting sale. It's a hovering ghost, and it says it rises over 3 feet, but again, it's after Halloween, and the person emailed me or sent me a message on it and said, hey, it's 45 bucks, you know, I'll do 35 bucks, and you can ship it out. It's after Halloween, and I'm like, well, I said, how about $39? And they said, sure, so I'm going to send it off to Canada for them, $39 plus international shipping. So it's going to cost this person, you know, around $70 to get this thing, so maybe a little bit less. But I paid $10 for it, and it was in a bundle, and the other item is going to be worth far more, but I figured I'd just throw this thing in and get a better deal on the other one. And this one right here, so this one is going to, after it sells, which it did, is going to pay for both of the others and give us about a profit of $2. And the other item is a scarecrow, and I have it listed for $150 right now. So I think in the end, we're going to make about $100 to $125. Might make it next Halloween, unfortunately, because the scarecrow probably won't sell until then. But you never know. I've sold 2 Halloween things tonight, so you just never know when stuff's going to sell. That's something to think about as well. And I may have mentioned this before, but, you know, if somebody wants Halloween stuff for whatever reason, maybe they're doing something different with it. I don't know what you do with it, but maybe they are. And they want it in, you know, August, or if they want it in April, there's nowhere for them to buy it unless they go online. So sometimes you can sell that stuff in the off season. So it's not a terrible idea to list that Halloween stuff that you get retail arbitrage. And my wife, and maybe I'll put this on this video, my wife went to Lowe's and got an unbelievable deal. They were 75% off on Halloween day on their items, and I said, hey, are there any more inflatables? Go pick those up. And she said they're all gone. I was like, oh well. But there were a bunch of other things that were okay sellers, but kind of long tail, you know, the swirling lights and the ghost lights and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, you know, you could make a little money on that, but it's not worth the storage space. But she said they're 90% off, and I was like, well, you know, $30 light, you can buy it for $3. We'd probably sell it for $12. We're making like $7, but it's multiples of like 20. Okay, go ahead and buy it. And she said when she went up to the checkout, everything rang out at $1 a piece, something like that. So she got a great deal, and I was like, shoot, for those prices, if we can't sell it on eBay, we can sell that stuff in the booth. So
here we are with our Lowe's 90% off Halloween sale. So lots of goodies in here, especially the pumpkins, right guys? We found our pumpkins. Woo! So we got all of this, and I did get a few things, like I said, for us, pumpkins to carve, a few little a carving kit, and I got a cute little Halloween welcome mat here. Anyway, our grand total here was $56.50 for all of that. So we are super excited about these deals. All right, let's load them up, guys.
Yep.
Definitely be on the lookout. Thanksgiving's coming up. I never saw Thanksgiving inflatables until last year. I mean, a couple pilgrims and stuff, but check for those inflatables and see if you can resell those. All right, so if you've been watching the show, I did a little bit on one of the programs about a week or so ago about selling, maybe more than that. Maybe I'll link, if I can remember, I'll link the video to it, selling board game pieces. And I'm like, you know, I don't do a ton of this anymore, but I used to do a whole bunch of it. And this is to a Monopoly, what is it called? City, I think they're called, and all the little pieces and hotels and high-rises. It's pretty light. It's just a little bit under 4 ounces, so hopefully we'll be able to keep it under 4 ounces. And I bought this for $1, and I really did it just to show you out there how you can piece simple things like this out. You know, people are out there killing each other over a video game that they're going to make $8 profit on, where this stuff is out there everywhere. And I put it in 3 lots. This is the first one to sell. This is one lot, and then we had the computer pieces, the game pieces in another lot, and then the timer in one other lot. And I paid $1 for the whole game. And this sold for $9.95 plus shipping. So this is going to be, if you do the math on here, let's see, $2 in fees, $3 to ship it. There's $5, paid $1, so $6. This is going to be almost a $7 profit. And I still have the other 2 items that are essentially free at this point. So we're going to make $15 to $20 profit on that in 3 different listings, where you could be out there competing for the same stuff everybody else is competing for. I'm not to say, you know, ignore video games. Don't ignore video games. But, you know, are you going to go to that sale and because that person has video games listed in their garage sale title and compete with 12 other people and get there at, you know, 4 a.m. and camp out? Or you just wake up when you want to and go pick up the things that are at every single yard sale that everybody walks by. So it's a strategy for some people. I do a little bit of everything. And if you've been around the show, jack of all trades, master of none, except for the Eneman. So that's a dubious honor. So at any rate, thanks so much for joining us. And we're so happy you keep coming back. And we will see you next time. Hey, don't forget, if you haven't subscribed and hit that bell for us, and give you an alert, and it gives you a heads up on when our shows come out. Although they come out every day, so it shouldn't be too hard to figure out. But again, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Hey, I just want to take a second to come upstairs. The kids are a little busy here, obviously, but we had a sale for a tag bag from a viewer, and this is from Chad. Could you all say thank you to Chad?
Thank you, Chad.
That's right. And Reagan, you usually do thank you notes, but your hands are a little messy, and I'll write the thank you note for you this time. And I don't want to take away from your fun here. So why don't y'all get back to carving pumpkins, and I'll be up in a minute, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Hey, by the way, Chad has kids of his own. He says he's a single dad with a full-time job, and he's a part-time flipper. So thanks again. So I think that the cat is Turner's. Am I right?
No.
No? The cat's mama's?
Yeah. No.
It's Reagan's.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Who do you think is the ghost?
The ghost is Turner.
Yes.
And the witch is
Mom.
Reagan. Oh, y'all did a great job. I'm impressed.
Trick or treat.
I'm trying to replenish their bags. And What's the magic word?
We're down. They check the cheese.
You thought of me. Well, I got you.
Say yes, ma'am.
What I've been doing is betting.
Thank you.
Turner. Look, she has a spider behind her. Are you going to get in her web?